Hello, investors, and welcome to the channel. Today I'm talking about Oklo. OKLO is a nuclear energy company. They build small reactors and they also do some fuel recycling. So I'm going to take a look at their chart real fast and see what we got here. Now, this chart had a monster run up this year, ran all the way up to around $195. But what we see now is a fairly ugly chart. So you can see up here, I've drawn in the little head and shoulders. You got a shoulder, a head, and another shoulder. So the neckline has been broken. So typically with these things, the estimate for a price would be the distance from the top to the neckline down from the neckline. So this is about 195. That's around 120. So you're looking at $75 down from 120 would put us down here at the $50-ish area. Um, and I do have a support line there. So let's talk about what we got before we get there, as these things are not always written in stone. So we broke that neckline. We came down. We caught support on this yellowish line here, which is a long-term trend line that started way back here in the beginning of their uptrend and held as support a few times. And it did hit there three slow trading days on this one. Small candles looked like this support was going to hold. Started to rebound. Maybe the sell off was over, but no. In today's debacle of a market, this thing took what can only be described as a dump, down nearly 15%. And that's, one of these stocks where it's sort of live by the sword, die by the sword. This thing ran up tremendously, and now when it's pulling back, it's going to have days where it pulls back tremendously too. It's a really a pre-revenue company. They haven't earned much revenue yet at all. Their products are still being kind of tested or in pilots. Um, and their first real commercial scale is not going to be built till for another year. So you can expect with these types of companies that they'll run hot and cold at times. And right now this one's running cold. I mean, it's an ugly chart. It's below the 50-day. The next up is the 200-day. You got a small support just below at around $85. That's almost a given that it's going to hit that shortly, probably tomorrow. And then you would hope that it catches some support down here around $77 at this 200-day moving average. Um, but long term, I would not be shocked to see it fall below that, fall below this, and even get down all the way into this 50-ish range before a bounce. Seems like it has a long way to go, but it's really not if the market continues with these type of down days. Like it's been having. And you can see here, it's the precedence for it. When it came from here at $195, it got all the way down to 120. It took $70 off in, um, you had one little hold here, but really it was 5 trading days to move $75 down. Um, so about a week. So I mean, you could be looking at if the markets get really ugly, you could be looking at a week being down between somewhere between 55 and $70 a share. That would not shock me at all. Like I said, it's a really ugly chart. There's not one bullish signal on here. Maybe the only bullish signal would be that down here on the RSI, slightly oversold, getting to really be oversold territory. I could see this bottoming out, and if the stock did come down here to this 200-day moving average and catch some support, I could see this RSI getting pretty low into oversold territory. It hasn't even been this low since the run started, so it is starting to become oversold. That is the one, I'd say bright light, but it's more like the one dim light, because just the RSI by itself is not enough to say, hey, this thing's going to bounce anywhere. But yeah, that's my opinion. I think long term it's a promising stock, but right now the chart's just ugly. As with a lot of these charts, the market has gotten ugly on us. For me, I'm not buying any new positions here. I'm not going to try to catch a bounce or buy a falling knife, so to speak. I'm going to look for these stocks to base up. You want to see nice bases like we had over here, where the stock is trading in orderly fashion. Even on down days, the candles were small and it was respecting its trend lines. And then you had a breakout, and then once the breakout happened, you see how it got wild. You had the candles got much bigger, and it was no more orderly. It was becoming very volatile. So you want to see this stock go down a little bit, find support, and then the candles to get small again, and the trading to become more orderly, more predictable before this thing is ready for a next leg up, or at least an attempt to run back up, and get back up here above the first order of business would be to get back up here above this long-term trend line, and then right after that you would want it to get above this blue line, which is the 50-day moving average. But it has a lot of work before then, and it's not even heading in the right direction. So again, we'll put this one on the watch list. It is a watch only for now for me, and good luck out there. The markets are getting ugly, so approach with caution, and I will talk to you later.